All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're putting on our architect hats. We're not just going to click a button to create a virtual machine. No, we're going to design a truly resilient and powerful cloud solution right from the ground up.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. It's all about our digital blueprint. We're going to break it down into 3 foundational pillars: choosing the right power, building a secure foundation, and designing for resilience. Then we'll put it all together to architect our very first VM.
So before we even think about laying a single digital brick, we have to get our blueprint right. And that blueprint rests on 3 core pillars. First, there's power, which is all about sizing your machine correctly. Then, the foundation, think disks and security. And finally, resilience, which is all about high availability. Get these 3 right, and you're golden.
All right, let's tackle that first pillar, power. Honestly, the best way to think about VM sizing is like choosing an engine for a car. You wouldn't put a monster truck engine in a compact car, right? You need just the right balance of performance for the job without, wasting money on power you're never going to use. This is probably one of the biggest decisions you'll make right at the start. Now, this can seem super complicated, but Azure actually does a great job of simplifying it. They group VMs into what they call families. So you've got your general purpose series. Think of this as your reliable family sedan. It's got a nice, balanced engine, perfect for things like web servers or your dev environment. Then you've got the Compute Optimized series. This is your sports car. We're talking a high CPU to memory ratio built for stuff that needs some serious processing muscle. And on the other end, you have the Memory Optimized series. This is like a giant cargo van. It's all about giving you massive amounts of RAM for things like big databases or in-memory analytics. The real trick is just matching your job to the right vehicle.
Okay, so we've picked our engine. Pillar 1, check. Now we got to build a solid foundation for it. And this is about more than just how much storage you have. It's about performance and, maybe even more importantly, making sure all your data on that foundation is locked down and secure.
The way we do this now is with something called managed disks. And honestly, it's a game changer. Back in the day, you had to mess around with creating and managing your own storage accounts. It was a huge pain. You could even run into performance issues if you put too many disks in one account. Managed disks just gets rid of all that headache. Azure handles all the complexity in the background, so your life is way simpler and your VM's performance is much more reliable.
So even with managed disks, you still get a choice. You can go with standard HDDs. Those are the traditional, cost-effective magnetic drives. They're totally fine for dev/test stuff or workloads where speed isn't a huge deal. But for anything that's actually running in production, you're almost always going to want premium SSDs. The speed difference is night and day. They give you that super low latency and high performance that databases and other critical apps absolutely need.
Okay, a fast foundation is awesome. We love speed. But that's only half the battle, right? What good is performance if your data gets compromised? So as the architect, the very next question you have to ask yourself is, how are we protecting the data that's just sitting there on those disks?
And here's the answer. It's called Azure Disk Encryption, or ADE for short. Think of it as the deadbolt lock on your digital vault. What's so cool about it is that it uses industry-standard tools that you might already be familiar with, like BitLocker on Windows and dmcrypt on Linux. So it's encrypting the entire disk, both the OS and your data. And the best part? It hooks right into Azure Key Vault. That means you control the encryption keys, giving you complete command over your data's security. Which brings us to our third, and I would argue, most critical pillar, resilience. Let's be real for a second. In the cloud, stuff fails. Hardware will fail. It's not a matter of if, but when. So building for the cloud means you absolutely have to plan for that failure. Because if you don't, a single virtual machine is just a ticking time bomb, a single point of failure waiting to take you down.
And let me just hammer this point home. If your whole app is running on one single VM, you are setting yourself up for downtime. Whether it's planned maintenance from Microsoft or some random hardware failure on their end, your app is going down, period. There's no way around it. We have to design our solutions to survive these kinds of events.
So how do we do that? Well, we've got 2 main tools in our belt, and the analogy here works perfectly. First, you have something called an availability set. Think of this like putting your VMs on different shelves of the same bookcase. If one shelf breaks, which is kind of like a single server rack failing, your other VMs on the other shelves are fine. It protects you within a single data center. But availability zones are a whole different level. This is like putting your VMs in separate bookcases in completely different rooms of the house. These are physically separate data centers, each with their own power, cooling, the whole shebang. So if one entire data center goes offline, like a power outage in one room, your app keeps running from the other rooms.
And what's the payoff for going with that much more robust setup? Well, here it is. By spreading your VMs across at least 2 of those availability zones, Microsoft gives you a service-level agreement, an SLA, that guarantees 99.99% uptime. So what does that actually mean? It means you're looking at less than an hour of potential downtime per year. That is the gold standard for high availability in a single region.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. You, as the architect, have now walked through the 3 pillars. You've made the critical design decisions you need to build a really solid, resilient virtual machine. So what's on the final checklist? Let's recap. First, you've got to choose your engine. Pick a VM size that actually fits your workload. Second, build a secure foundation. That means using fast, premium SSD managed disks and, crucially, locking them down with Azure Disk Encryption. And finally, design for resilience, which means you never rely on a single VM. You spread them across availability zones to get that incredible 99.99% SLA.
So there you have it. You've got the architect's blueprint. But here's the real trick, right? The art of being a great cloud admin is all about balancing these 3 pillars. Better performance costs more. Higher resilience costs more. It's a constant trade-off. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you have the blueprint, for your next project, how are you going to balance performance, resilience, and cost?